Today's the day we talk about it. Dominaria 2018. Man, is there a lot of money there. Dominaria United comes out this year, 2022. We got the Brothers War, 2022. But today we're talking about Dominaria 2018. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you guys have a good time. Leave some comments in the comments section. Let me know what you think. Recently, I decided to buy a couple of extra boxes of Dominaria 2018. I thought it'd be good for the channel. We're working up toward that 10K party. I thought we'd have a good time. And when I called my local store, because it said they were sold out online, they're all gone. 14 boxes sold in an 8-day period. So I checked around some of the other stores I deal with. A few places I knew had like single boxes, and they were like $350 each. They're all gone. History, nada. Some were traded for with store credit. Others were bought with cash, but it didn't matter. They're just not available. Let me show you guys something. Let's go here to slide number 1. All right. Dominaria released in 2018. It cost me $119 Canadian per box. All right, you see where I'm going with this? 119 bucks. It's 2022. Boxes are $350 Canadian with tax, sometimes without tax and without shipping. That is roughly a 195% increase in just 4 years, or an overall average of 45% per year. Tell me what investment, what vehicle of investment is giving you that kind of returns? On the financial side of things, this is massive. Now, when you look back at this set, if you're new to Magic, you haven't played with this set before, Richard Garfield, the guy who created Magic, he dipped his magical fingers on this set. He brought us the first Saga cards we've ever seen. He brought back a whole slew of legendary creatures. He brought back nostalgia in the form of the flavor text. He appealed along with the rest of that amazing design team. Even Rosewater's in on this one, I think. And you know what? They gave us a really good set. I hate to say iconic because it's only 4 years old, but look what's happening to the product. Look how expensive it's becoming well before its time. My charts, my data sheets can't even follow this thing. I just stopped. I'm not bothering to track it anymore because it doesn't meet any of the criteria my sheets normally follow. Oh well, it's worth a lot of money. Now the good news is for myself, I managed to get 8 boxes already. I got those the year after it came out using some cash back on my credit card from the year's purchases. Very good, I'm happy. Great for people on the channel here. But I was hoping to buy a couple more. And when you see what the boxes are going for, if it's at $350, guess what? It's going to $500. And after it sits around $500 for just a little while, it's going to jump up to $1,000. It's just going to creep up there over the next couple of years. And I don't see much stopping it at this point. It has amazing cards that still have value in the game, even when they rotate it out. I remember paying $65 for my Teferi Hero of Dominaria, but only paying $5 or less for each of my Mox Ambers that I now own. Although, you know, I paid more later, but at the time, when I first started buying them. I remember buying Karn Scion of Urza PSA 10 for $60, and I was like, that's so much money. Look at what we're talking about. This set had a short print run. It has good cards in the set. I'll show you a few in a few minutes here just to get through everything, but understand that every time a YouTuber does an opening, that's 1 box less. Every time somebody goes into a store and happens to get a single booster pack and cracks it for fun for the $10, $12 it costs to buy it now, that's 1 less. In the war of attrition, it's whoever can hold on the longest. Supply and demand. And the more the supply dwindles and the greater the demand is, the price is going to go up. Eventually, the very strong holdouts are the ones who will set the price. And that's fascinating to me because usually a lot of the big boys get in on this. But I remember the Taco King himself putting that video out saying he couldn't get it. It just got short run, cut off, no real big announcement or anything, and Wizards had moved on, gone down the yellow brick road to the new money-making machine. And everyone who loved Dominaria and cracking packs everywhere at stores still, it was just gone. Now, the stores that I normally deal with, the smaller LGSs, they ran out a long time ago, but some of the big boys had the odd boxes, some still in foreign language. In this case, I'm talking about English, and they dwindled down to what they had just a couple of weeks ago. And when I went to check in, I didn't have a chance. They were all sold out. Talked to the owner, sold out and gone. Nothing we can do about it. Now, when we start thinking about what that means for the future of this set, and the future collectability of sets coming up, like Dominaria United and the Brothers War, the fact they bear those names, just like a Zendikar style set, means they'll probably be well received if Wizards follows any of the criteria that they used in the last Dominaria set in 2018. One of the best well-received sets I've ever seen. I remember going to every pre-release that I could get my hands on that weekend. I think I attended 6, which was a lot for me back then. A lot of negotiating with the wife and family to say, hey, can I go? Hey, can I go? And a lot of make-up dinners. But I sit there and go, I knew it was a good set back then. I just had no idea it was going to jump up this fast and this quickly. I mean, the price just went up. And then the speed in which it's accelerating, insane. And they still sell boxes every couple of weeks on eBay, and that price just seems to be upticking each time. And when I looked out there, there are less than 50 boxes available on the open market. Let's take a look here. When you see a card like Hero of Dominaria, look at that guy. Do you remember how awesome he was in the set? If you don't know, take a look at that bad boy. But look at the price. It's $20-something. Foils, by the way, back then, we didn't have big showcase, show art foils with alternate version. There was the regular edition or a foil edition. Those were the only choices you had. And the foils were still pretty hard to get compared to what we see nowadays in the super flashy era we're in right now. So this is him, and he's worth a lot of money. One card, $20-$30, right? But the box is going for $350. So what else is worth money in this? What are we talking about? Karn, Sign of Urza. I remember paying a lot of money for this card. I look at him now and go, wow, it's only like $10. It's a colorless planeswalker that can go in any set, and you draw cards and he creates creatures and has a good time. Underrated at this point. Expect him to creep up. I've always said it. That's why I have a couple play sets on back hold, just so I can say I've got some in case he jumps up in price. Hey, Helm of the Host. Remember this back in the day for you guys? If you don't know, enjoy. Enjoy. $30. Foil's going to run you what? 35, I think. This is a good card. People enjoyed it. Had a good time. We're talking cards here, 10, 20, $30 each. How about Mox Amber? Only printing so far. Regular, promo, or of course the foil. Look at that price climbing. Yeah, I'm happy I did it. You all know. For those who've been around for a while, yeah, I've got the most. I have the most. Nobody can beat me. I like that. Now, how about we take a look at Cabal Stronghold? Not Cabal Coffers. Cabal Stronghold. Although, interesting how it's 3 instead of 2. You tap it, and it does that same type of effect. Not a bad card to think about for $5-$6, is it? Don't want to buy that expensive Cabal Coffers? Or maybe you want to put a Cabal Coffers plus a Cabal Stronghold in your deck. Notice this card hasn't sunk that far, and it's actually been rising in price a little bit. Maybe people are noticing that. All of these cards going into that set, one after another. How about the mana base? Here's the Hinterland Harbor. What is it? Just a blue-green. But if you have a plains, no, it's not plains, yeah, island or a forest, hey, doesn't come into play tapped. Not that shabby at all. That's why it's like between $6 and $10 for each of the lands in this mana base. This set, it's got legs. Oh, Muldrotha, the Grave Tide. I know. Look at this guy. Look what we're talking about. Another $18 to $20 card in foil, $7-8 regular. When you start adding all these cards up, and you start looking at them, this one's been reprinted in already a secret layer, and it's still $5-6. US foil, $8-9, $10 card. I'm telling you guys, when I start looking at these cards, and I look at the value, how about the last one here? Lyra the Dawnbringer. Guys, we have value. When you have value, and this much value, tied into one sealed product, no major reprint stuff going on, so every card in that box is worth some money. Most of them are OG original printing cards. I think there's even some commons like Damping Sphere, I think it's an uncommon, that are worth some money. This set has a lot of value tied into it now that most people don't even bring up. Most people don't even recognize that it's not just the sealed product worth money, It's the individual cards within that product. If you get a Mox Amber and it's a fairy, you've paid for like, especially if it's a foil. If it's a foil Mox, you're $100 plus. But you look at this box and it has an EV that is not that bad, which is unusual for boxes of this era to have that many amazing cards tied into it. And when I've seen the last 8 to 14 days, all these sealed boxes disappear from the market, obviously some other people have started to catch up and realize with what's going on inside this product. There's value, there's fun, nostalgia. It is basically the whole package of everything you look for in a Dream Booster box from the time. 2018, just before our flashy era came flying in at us. Now, if you were to ask me, do I think that all the easy money has been made in this box? There's no way it can keep going at 45%. It's not possible. It has to slow down. This is just an average over 4 years. It will slow down. No box just goes up a certain percentage every year. There is no perfect time. Boxes slow down, interest wanes and comes back depending on the sets that are released, depending on the interest in the product. So I'm just saying for now, it's gone up a lot. But is the easy money gone? Depends on who's selling and depending on when you're planning on selling. This for me is a long hold product. I have 8 boxes. I could sell some right now, but I've seen what's happened to other sets like New Phyrexia, the original Zendikar, World Wake. Think about the Rise of the Eldrazi. They're all $1,000 plus boxes. So I'm willing to wait this one out. And if you have boxes, I suggest you do too. And if you don't have boxes, $350 now or $1,000 5-6 years from now. It's still a pretty good investment either way you look at it. Thanks a lot for tuning in, everyone, today. Hope you had a great time. And of course, leave some comments in the comments section. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the day. Big shout out to all the fantastic patrons on my channel. Thanks again for that continued support. I can't wait to see you guys on the live stream this weekend for our live stream giveaway monthly. For all the patrons, we're going to have a good time. See you then. I know it's the end of the video, but I'm just standing here in the dark.